What's up, guys? This is Mike from Rob's MetalWorks. I'm here with Karl Sanders from the legendary death metal band Nile. How you doing, man?
Doing great. Great to see you.
Thanks, man.
All right.
So we're gearing up for an evening with Nile. How is the tour going so far?
So far, so good. Yeah, it's been a blast in every town. In fact, it's going better than we even hoped for. So, knock on wood.
So I remember speaking with you about 5 years ago when y'all were here. Y'all played back at the White Rabbit, and you were telling, yeah, and y'all were telling me about how you had hoped to one day do a tour where you'd get to play some stuff spanning your entire career. Looks like that time is finally here now.
The time has come, my friend.
Exactly. So what, tell me a little bit about, like, what was the thinking process that went into picking the songs for the sets tonight?
Well, actually, it's a legendary epic tale. We started off with this big list of everything that we wanted to play. And then we had to cut that list in half because that was about 4 hours worth of shit. So, yeah, a lot of songs that we really wanted to play. We had to, make those determinations. What if you cut off your right arm? What if you cut off your left arm? It's one of those questions. Yeah. And what we ended up with was about 2 hours worth of material that hopefully leaves Nile fans happy. I mean, there's stuff I wanted to play, and Dallas wanted to play, and George wanted to play that, there's still not enough time for. And every day someone comes up and asks for something not on the list. I mean, it's just insane. But we're doing what we can here. Yeah.
Very nice. Do you ever find yourself playing any of those songs by any chance when fans request some of them, or?
We generally don't take requests. If it seems that way, it's just coincidence that the person called out for the song that just happens to be next on the set list. Sometimes I think they're reading our set list, or maybe they read it online or something, so they know what to call out for next.
Definitely. Well, and I mean, when you're playing music with this kind of technicality and stuff to it, I don't think you can just wing that sort of thing all the time, right?
Extreme metal like this is highly scripted. I mean, you have to work out all the details because they're all going by at 1 billion miles an hour, and if it's not really worked out and really well rehearsed, then it's just not going to come across. I mean, this isn't like, punk music. There's got a certain amount of leeway to kind of get up there and wing it somewhat if the vibe's there, and it has that certain element of chaos and spontaneity. But with extreme death metal, it's all got to be bang on the money, or it turns into a wall of noise.
Absolutely, absolutely. So y'all chose to have local bands be the opening acts for this tour. What was the motivation behind that?
Well, we had noticed as much fun as the multi-band touring packages are, it doesn't leave a whole lot of room for local bands. And the truth is, every band starts out as a local band. Therefore, local bands are the future of metal. Yeah. If we're destroying their place to hone their craft and learn their skills and develop and gain experience, then what can we expect in 10 years? We can expect a bunch of bands that will never be able to do what they need to do. So, I really felt, and so the rest of the guys, that, we ought to be supporting the future of our metal scene, not just raping it right now.
Yeah. Absolutely, and that's very cool that y'all choose to take that tack to it. Like you said, not only supporting the local scenes, but, that's supporting the survival and the future of metal. So that's very, very cool. So your latest album, At the Gate of Seth Lewis, is out right now. What would you say are some of the musical differences between that and your last album, Those Whom the Gods Detest?
Well, it's new guitar licks, new drum riffs. It's still what we do. We haven't really changed who we are. We just found some interesting new ways of doing it. We have to keep ourselves interested and ourselves happy. So it was kind of a time to branch out a little bit, tackle time signatures and tempos and ways of doing things we, had yet to explore. Having said that, I mean, it still sounds like fucking Nile. I mean, no doubt about it. It's a Nile album. Yep.
Yeah, that's one thing that I think no matter what y'all have done, it's always Nile. And I mean, especially in the metal world, you can't go wrong with staying true to those aspects and being able to expand it on it at the same time. So it's very cool. So y'all recently filmed a video for Enduring the Eternal Molestation of Flame. I gotta say, it's one of the most impressive looking Nile videos that I've seen to date. Can you tell me a little bit about that experience?
Well, it was mostly a blast. We were in Greece for 10 days, but actually only one day of that was actual shooting for us. So it was like being on vacation, a very well-earned vacation, I might add. The day that we shot, it was extremely hot. We were on top of this giant mountain of like volcanic rocks. So it was, just insanely hot, well into the night. And then with all the flames and all the pyro that the director was using, it was fucking hot.
Kind of like the Texas summers, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So can we expect any new solo material from Karl Sanders in the near future?
Well, I'm hoping that if we do indeed have our summer off this summer, to get to work on it. I've been waiting a long time to have enough, free time to devote to, the side project. Obviously, Nile comes first. It's had to wait quite a while.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, I know that it's some stuff I really enjoy, so whenever it comes along, that's always a treat. Nile is celebrating 20 years as a band right now, right? How does it feel to be one of the long-standing faces of death metal and to have contributed so much to it?
Well, we're happy to be playing metal. It's our life. It's what we do. So, in a way, it seems like business as usual for us. But then, I look back and go, has it really been 20 years? 20 years? What happened to, what happened? Oh my God, I woke up and it's 20 years later. Where did the time go? But I guess we spent it playing metal.
Yep, there's nothing wrong with that. That's got to be a dream come true, I'm sure.
Well, like I said, it's what we wanted to do with our lives. It is what we are doing with our lives. So we're happy guys. We're playing metal. We're grateful for the fans who have, really made it even possible at all.
Yeah. So speaking of the fans and just the musicians in general, do you have any words of encouragement or advice for aspiring musicians and metal bands?
Don't quit. If you want to accomplish anything, it takes a while, and there's lots of discouragement along the way, especially nowadays. But you can't give up. It's one of those things you just have to keep banging your head against the wall until the wall caves in.
Very good advice, man. So what does the future for Nile hold?
Well, we tend to think in terms of, the rest of this week we're on tour, so that's our future. Then after that we're going to South America. We got a big European tour coming up in September.
Very cool, very cool. Well, I want to thank you very much, man, for taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you.
Very much appreciate it. It's been a great experience. And I want to tell you guys out there, remember, you saw it right here, only on Rob's MetalWorks.